My friend called me one day panicking because her cat had been throwing up all night. She just bought one of those aesthetic essential oil diffusers that everyone posts about and filled it with eucalyptus essential oil because it smelled nice. One session was all it took for her cat to get very sick. And mind you, this is someone who specifically switched to diffusers because she thought incense was too toxic. Now, if you have pets, specifically cats, dogs, or birds, you need to hear this. The ASPCA has specifically made it clear that concentrated essential oils can be toxic to animals. Cats are especially at risk because they don't have certain liver enzymes to process these compounds. Also, common oils like tea tree, eucalyptus, peppermint, citrus, and cinnamon are toxic to cats. Also, you should never use diffusers if you have birds. So if you have pets, please do your research diligently before you diffuse anything. There are also other people who assume diffusers are the healthy option, and incense is basically chain smoking in your living room. Even I bought into that for a while. I really did, until I actually looked into it. There was this study in 2022 where they found that people who used essential oil diffusers for an hour or more a day had increased heart rate, elevated blood pressure, and decreased lung function rate. I read that and I was like, wait, what? I thought this was the clean option. So that meant my diffuser had just been sitting there, probably giving me cardiovascular issues. I'm not saying only diffusers are potentially dangerous. Both incense and diffusers put toxic stuff in the air you breathe. Therefore, both can mess you up if you don't use them with caution. I was also really bothered when I found out that the FDA doesn't regulate essential oils at all. So when you see therapeutic grade on a bottle, that's not a certification. It's simply marketing. I also don't think people realize that these two things don't do the same job. For instance, incense is mostly used for rituals. You strike a match, light the tip, blow it out, and now you've got this glowing ember releasing smoke that curls and moves with the air. That process puts you in a different headspace. It's why incense has been used in spiritual practices across major cultures for thousands of years. On the other hand, a reed diffuser is just there. You set it up, forget about it, and it quietly does its thing. You also need to be keen on the quality of what you're buying. Cheap incense is literally charcoal sticks dipped in fragrance. That's why it all smells really weird and gives you headaches. Quality incense is hand-rolled from actual plant materials, burns cleaner, and smells complex. Even when it comes to essential oils, the market is flooded with stuff cut with fillers and synthetic compounds hidden under the word fragrance. Therefore, if your diffuser oil smells sharp or too sweet, that's a red flag. So it all comes down to knowing what you're actually putting in your air and making that choice intentionally. Also, never forget to ventilate your space when you're using them.